Now, if you were watching on Friday, you'd have heard Rolling Stone Ronnie Wood talking about his fears for troubled artist Amy Winehouse. Today, Ronnie talks to Afternoon Live about 50 years of rock and roll, writing his autobiography, and about dealing with his own demons. What happened for you to think, I should go into rehab? What happened for you?
You surrender in a way to kind of, oh well, I can't win this on my own, I need help. That's every time I've gone into rehab, I've realised that. And I've gone in and I've ended up helping other people, everybody else but myself. I helped so many people, and it's very hard to help yourself.
Have you had enough of touring? I know you've only just stopped. Joe was telling me you've only just stopped this latest tour, but is that it? When you finish, do you think, never doing that again? Or do you automatically think, I wish I was back on tour?
Oh no, I have to have an injection of touring, but right now I'm really pleased I'm not touring. You know, I need to put my feet up and just try and find my little pigeonhole in whatever I may be doing, you know, whether it's exploring new ways to paint. Now I'm in a Munch kind of frame of mind. I paint like Edvard Munch, I think, you know. And it's great to mix it all up with a bit of George Braque and Picasso and a bit of Rembrandt and a bit of, you know, mix and match.
You're going to go on tour with Rod Stewart again?
Well, that's in the offing, but...
Is it really? Well, that was just a stab in the dark.
It's always there, really. But, I mean, we haven't really made any decision. But one day we will do it, but not in the near future.
Perhaps you could get him to come and guest on a Rolling Stones tour.
Yeah, well, the Stones have come first, so until I get the official "we're not marching" orders, then I can't do anything else. I won't do anything else.
We got to meet just anywhere out in the park.
What advice would you give to young musicians just making their way?
Just keep at it and look at bands that stay together, like the Stereophonics and the Charlatans, all these young boys. Well, they're getting older now, but I mean, I remember them when they first started, and they haven't given up, and they got better and more successful, and that's what I always did. I always lived 6 months ahead, just get enough money to pay 6 months in advance. That's the way I've always lived my life.
Can I ask you a little bit about Amy Winehouse?
No.
Obviously, you've had your problems well documented that we know about. When you see young artists like that struggling so badly, how does that make you feel?
Well, you wish you could help them, really. Yeah, it's such a shame to see waste. You know, with a great talent like that, you want them to embellish upon it and develop it, rather than waste away and, you know, feel no self-worth. And people like that, people like Amy should, I don't know how great they are. But often when you're living right in the middle of it, it's very hard to see what you have to offer. Sometimes I'm my own worst enemy, you know. I think I'm not contributing anything, you know. And other people say, you must be crazy, look what you've done, look what a great family you have, look what you've just created, you know, like musically or artistically. But somehow it's not enough sometimes. It's still looking for something else.
How can she get out of that space that she's in, do you think? Rehab or? Sometimes
it can come, but it has to come from within her, really. She has to feel more confident in herself. Hang out with winners, I think, you know. It's no use hanging out with losers and dealers, and otherwise you'll end up in the sink. It's like poor old Pete Doherty, you know. You can't help people like that because they're going to do it in private anyway. They have their own little private war, which they love to be in. And I've seen it through the years, people dropping like flies, and some have helped, some we brought back to life, and others have just died on us, you know, so if it pays your money, it takes a chance, really. I mean, if you've got any sense, you'll try and live.
The lowest point for you?
Lowest point? I suppose death, you know, when you lose someone close, when I lost my first girlfriend, and I lost my parents and brothers. And you get used to it after a while, you know, sort of, I'm the only one now. Apart from my loving family, I'm the only, I've got no brothers and mum and dad.
You're talking about your first girlfriend, that was Stephanie, wasn't it? Who died, she died in a car crash?
Yeah.
What happened?
With 3 of her girlfriends. They were all coming to see me in my first group, the Birds, yeah. So they got wiped out in a Mini. Yeah, that was very hard to accept. But it was life and death, you know. I thought, well, you better learn quick, otherwise life ain't going to get any easier.
Sounds like you've got a few demons in there. Do they come and
Oh yeah,
scratch
I
away
fight
at
the
you?
demons all the time. But I'm a Gemini, so it's easy for me. I'm just two-faced, I love it.
Is it your wife that helps you, or is it the painting that helps you, or is it a combination of
Combination, yeah. I get plenty of support from my family. I have a loving wife and great kids, and I'm so proud of them all, and grandchildren, you know. So there's so much going there, but I need my therapies from music and art.
Yeah, 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 the Harlem Shuffle. Yeah, 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 do the Harlem Shuffle.
And when did you realise that you had a musical skill?
When I first played the drums, I suppose, that was my first instrument. Whenever my parents went out, I'd get the drums out from underneath the stairs and make such a racket that all the neighbours would complain, and by the time the parents would come home, I'd be sitting there going, well, I've just had a very quiet afternoon, nothing out of the ordinary.
Just like a rolling stone. Come on.
Just want to cuddle him, don't you? You're watching Sky News. Coming next, what's the best one-liner ever? Stay tuned.